we're in Sacramento, or that area. Um, this morning, we woke up just outside of San Francisco. Uh, drove in there, dropped off Patrick. Um, let's see, we were actually at the Redwood Forest at the end of the last one. So we drove from the Redwood Forest all the way down to just outside San Francisco area.
Awesome drive on the 101, and I actually Highway 1.
Yeah, 101, and then we cut over to Highway 1. It was a real beautiful drive. I want to go back there with a sports car someday.
Yeah.
And just cruise. I feel like there's probably a James Bond movie been made there or something. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful drive. But yeah, it's real foresty, lots of nature. And so we, before we get to San Francisco, we found a camping spot. Drove past most of them, so we had a little trouble. But we found one. Yeah, and then this morning we got up, headed into San Fran, dropped off Patrick, said goodbye to him, and then we just we went, found a coffee shop, get some internet service, planned our day. Tried to plan our day, figured out where we were gonna stay. We weren't really sure. Not sure when it was. We didn't have a lot of time. We uploaded the first video, and then
it was like we got there around like 10ish. Got out of there around close to 1.
Yeah,
close to 1 o'clock.
Like that,
So we kind of felt like we should just go to Sacramento. I don't know why. We just had just a feeling. Yeah, we should just check out Sacramento because we didn't have a place to stay that tonight.
And being Sunday, we wanted to try and catch a church service, an evening service, because it was just kind of hectic morning. And then, so we went down into Sacramento. It was kind of a long drive, lots of traffic. And then we got into downtown area. Found we asked a friend, Brandon Vincent.
No.
Brennan.
Brennan
Right.
Reed.
Brennan.
You're watching this probably.
Hopefully. And he suggested Bayside Church and we figured we'd check out Bayside because that's Lincoln Brewster's church. And we found downtown. Our GPS took us to downtown Sacramento, a little separate church of theirs. They have satellite church. And they just had their evening service. They gave us the address of the main church, and so we drove over. We're driving over to the main one, and along the way we took an exit, and we're just looking for street signs, and found ourselves pretty much at the start of an intersection on a red light, still going like the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, or 35, whatever I was going. And yeah, so I slammed on the brakes and kind of didn't. There's a car coming, sort of T-bone, caught their middle end, tail end, and so we wrecked the van. Knocked our front wheel off. We kind of slid down the sidewalk a bit. The other car was whole side was smashed. Their car looked a little worse off. No one was really hurt. The one girl there was pretty shook up, and I was saying she felt like she had glass all over her or something, but she seemed fine. The paramedic, I don't know. Hopefully she is.
No, you're pretty fine.
It wasn't.
We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Nothing happened to us. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a miracle. Just how we got in an accident, so now we're in Sacramento, and obviously God wants us to stay here. And we have absolutely have no clue why, what's going on, and we have no transportation. We're in the middle of the city. We're on the way to a church. We don't know anything. And so we just felt like we had a good idea of a direction to go. And so we just felt like we should just start walking. And so we did. Started walking to the address we had because we figured that's the only place we knew in the area. And that turned out to be a lot farther. The people
people said it was a little ways out there, but we figured it was just a few miles, like I don't know, like our house to our church in Tri-Cities or something. You know, nothing that we walk a lot, so didn't seem like a big deal, but turned out to be quite a ways. We got a little lost, met a couple cool people on the way though, and then we were just going, and it seemed like there was no end in sight.
Yeah, no end in sight. It just kept going and going and going and going, and we were carrying a guitar and a lot of our valuable stuff. We left most of it in the trailer
Or the van.
or the van, but carrying something for a long period of time, shoulders start to get tired, and like we just had sandals on, and so we took our sandals off to walk barefoot, just because that was actually felt better. But after a long period of time, concrete, barefoot,
So
it just started to hurt so bad, and really we were just like, okay, God, what the heck you have planned? We just trust you, we seek you, we know that you have reason, you have a plan for all this. And really at the point where it was just like, this is too much. We can't really go any further.
Right. It was like 9:30 or something. I mean, we were still hoping to catch maybe the people leaving an evening service at this church, because like we found one church or something, and there was just it was empty, and then and there's like no hotels in the area. So like after a while, I started to think maybe we should just get a hotel and figure it out. But there's just nothing in the area, at least that we could see. And then and right at that point, we're just like, well, what are we gonna do? Because like even if we found the church, it's gonna be like 10 o'clock or so, and real late.
Yep.
But
and lo and behold, we see some people playing basketball, and so we walk up to maybe talk to them. But we think we shouldn't talk to them. We should just keep walking. Keep walking. Around the corner was the front of the church, called House of Bread.
House of Bread.
House of Bread. And a youth group just was getting out.
I think it was like a college group.
Yeah, a college group or something like that. And so a bunch of people our age were out there, and they're Slavic and Ukrainian and Russian people, and just youths, and it was just awesome. We walked up to them and started talking to them, kind of shared our whole situation, what we're sharing with you, and they're like, okay, sweet. And we played them one of our songs, and had a little worship session, played some of Seek Forgiveness. I know there's mistakes, and we met Max, you'll see in the other video. They're just being the church, and he was just so hospitable. Yeah, and took us, and he blessed us with some food. He took us to In-N-Out Burger, and he drove us to this motel. I'm telling you,
Right. Our camera's telling us to stop because it's about out of space. So.
Yep. Okay. Adventure's only begun.
Yep.
We love you, and we'll keep you informed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. See you guys later.